everybody. Welcome to today's home opener for the Frenchtown North girls volleyball team. We have a pretty stacked student section here, so quite full. And the 1-0 Knights will be taking on the 1-0 Timberwolves. James, what do you expect from today's game?
I expect to see our student section loud and proud, representing our school and team.
We're a pretty young team here with only 3 We're a pretty young team here today with only 3 seniors, including Addison Poolsgrove, Jada Keller, and Sarah Asbury. All 3 which are starters for us. James, who does the Timberland Timberwolves team consist of?
They consist of a lot of juniors and seniors on their squad. The Timberland...
Alright everybody, welcome to today's game for the Frenchtown North girls volleyball home opener. They started off 1-0 against Portsmouth South 2 days ago, and they played the 1-0 Timberland Timberwolves. James, how do you feel about today's game?
Feel pumped. Our student section showed out in all their white, and it's a packed crowd.
Alright, so today's our first live stream for the girls volleyball team this year. We have a pretty young team consisting of only 3 seniors who are Addison Polsgrove, Sarah Alsbury, and Jada Keller, who are all 3 starting today. James, what do you expect to see from us?
I expect to see our seniors show out and be good.
Alright, with set 1 almost started here, today we have Rachel Boomer, Rebecca McGuire, Kennedy Jones, Sarah Alsbury, Demaria Woodson starting for us today. And for the Timberwolves, we have Kennedy Drags, Abby Chow, Olivia Green, and Tommy Roberts. Timberland consists of a pretty old team with mainly juniors and seniors, with 1 sophomore who is Abby Shoney.
Fifer, so how do you think our North Knights girls volleyball team is going to do tonight?
Well, considering we started off 1-0 against the Portsmouth South Bulldog, I think we have a good chance of winning tonight, but also you have to take into account that Timberland also has a 1-0 record. Now, most of these girls that are playing for us have been playing their whole lives, like Sarah Alsbury, who's been on varsity for 3 years now. Alright, here comes the first. It's not unmuted. It's not. It's not. Alright, Timberland with the first points here today. Now, last game for the Knights, we went to all 5 sets. It was 2-2 down to the wire, and the Knights pulled out the victory. I don't know how today will go. What do you think, James?
Will it happen again where we're down to the wire? Or will we come out?
All right, Timberland starts off here 2-0. It doesn't look like the Knights are losing any confidence, though. And what a save by Addison. Timberland spikes it over, and they get, all right, Timberland starts off 3-0. James, what's it looking like here?
Hopefully North comes back and comes with 3 points and ties it up.
Like I said, with only 3 seniors, we have a lot of young players here. We're always improving, so if we don't see a extremely good start, we should see us progressing, getting better throughout the game. We have a lot of depth on the roster, and I'd say we have a pretty good starting 6. Sarah Asbury here with the serve. Good ball. Taylor hits it over. Set by Rachel. Hit by Timberland. And Timberland starts off 4-1 here. 4-1. Timberland's coming out strong here. They definitely have the confidence, but so does North. North doesn't look scared at all. We have a lot of support, so hopefully the fans will play into the win today. And here we go. Nice, get another point. James, what's it looking like now?
It looks like North's going to come back early because they only need 2 more to tie it up against Timberland.
And you know, like I said, we have a lot of young players here that we're hoping will get play time today, like Jaden Slusser, Kiera Williams and Rebecca McGuire, who's currently playing and also started today.
Who's the coach of our Frankstown North girls volleyball team?
Stephanie Fisk. I heard that she actually comes from one of the top teams in the state who she coached last year, and we're lucky enough to have her here today. The hit blocked by Timberland. Another block by Timberland. And finally Timberland gets the point with Rebecca McGuire barely tapping it over the inbound line.
Now Timberland's up 6-2.
I think there's a lot of pressure here since it's the first home game of the season. You know, there's a lot of people watching in the crowd, and in its gym, it's a lot louder. So just the intensity is really high. But I think once we calm down, we'll be able to step our game up.
A lot of hype for North to win this game tonight.
Yeah, it'd be great to start off 2-0 this year. I mean, that's really the perfect start you can have. And with the way we're playing right now, I think the game can go either way.
Your Timberland Roughs are coached by Nathan Harmon.
Serve here by Timberland. Sarah Hasbrook gets it over the net. Razor Boomer saves it. Addison. And it's a point for North. That was a good hit for Demaria Wilson. Currently the score is 6-3 in the first set. Jaden Fletcher with the serve. Timberland hits it over. And that's a point for Timberland.
That was a great serve by Jaden Fletcher, who is a sophomore on Varsity this year.
Yeah, Jaden was bouncing from JV to Varsity last year. She played both, so she has some experience with the Varsity game, but at the same time, being a sophomore, this is a really fast-paced thing. Hit over by Timberland. Hit over by Kennedy Jones. Saved by Sarah. Jaden to Kennedy. Kennedy with a kill. With Kennedy Jones on the court, it really looks like the team's just more confident out there. You know, I heard she's one of the star players on the team, and I mean, you can see it. Like, just the team, you know, they're trying to feed her the ball because, I mean, as we just saw with her kill right there, she can hit the ball pretty well.
She can, Fifer.
Put over by Timberland. Set by Jaden. And Danielle with the set. The kill.
North's up 7-2.
You got Demaria Woodson with the serve. And the set, which goes over the net for Timberland, catching North off guard. It's now 8-5 Timberland, but the Knights are slowly coming back to this game. James, how do you think they look right now, about like 1/4 of the way through the first set?
1/4 of the way through. North is showing they have the chance to come back and win it.
And Kennedy Jones once again with another kill. You know, she's looking really good out there. Like, I heard before the game from some of the players that she's one of the star players, and you know they love playing with her. They feel confident around her, and she just makes everybody better.
Fifer, it seems like when we have our star players out there, we are doing very well.
Hit over by Kennedy. And almost a block by the Knights, but it's a kill for Timberland. Kennedy drags for the Timberland Timberwolves. You know, she looks like one of the best players out there for that team. It looks like they're trying to feed her the ball. And, I mean, you can see how, like, the height difference between her and all the other players on the court, she's just, like, just dominates in the height aspect. by Timberland. And it's out of bounds. That's a point for the Knights. Current score is 10-6, 10-7 now. We have a substitution here. McGuire goes in for Jaden Slusser, and Kennedy Jones comes out for Rachel Broomer.
How do you think this substitution can help your Knights?
Well, I know Rachel is one of the starting setters for this team, so I think with her out there, we'll be able to get the ball in play. And almost a block by the Knights, but it's another play for the Timberwolves. But like I was saying, I think with Rachel out here, we'll be able to get the ball into play more because she's our starting setter, and just be able to make more plays.
The current score is 11-7.
Hit over by the Timberwolves. Saved by Allison. Saved by Rachel. Saved by Allison. Saved by Rachel. Hit by Danielle. And it's a point for the Knights. It was almost a block for the Timberwolves. Number 7 for the Timberwolves. Avee is pretty tall compared to the rest of these girls, but the Knights were able to get the ball over the net, and she just couldn't stop it. Sarah Asbury now with the serve. She's one of the team captains for the Knights. And she couldn't quite get it over the net. Number 2 for the Timberwolves, Aiden Marty with the serve here. Put over by McGuire. And blocked by McGuire. That's a point for the Knights.
What a great block by McGuire.
Kennedy Jones subs in again, and now out here we have Rachel Broomer, our starting center, and Kennedy Jones, who the players just love. Set over by number 9 for the Timberwolves, Avee Shoney. James, it looks like here that we just keep getting caught off guard with these sets. It looks like they're going to set the ball, and then they just hit it over, and it's just like no one's in the middle of the court. How do you feel about that?
It seems like our North Knights aren't ready when they are about to set it yet, but then they get it.
Here's number 7 for number 14. And Addison with the save. Kennedy gets the ball over, and it's out of bounds. It was almost a great rally by the Knights there. Addison Poulsgrove was actually making really good plays out here. I swear, it seems like she's always on the ground. Every time I look on the court, she's always diving for a ball, saving it.
She is always like...
And another save. Oh!
What another dive by her to try and save that.
Yeah, it looks like she's not scared to get on the ground, but how will the Knights react to this deficit?
And out of bounds.
Olivia Green with the serve, hits it out of bounds. Jaden Slusser and Kennedy Jones are coming in now.
It is 15-10.
And that's a kill for Kayla Robertson for the Timberwolves.
It looks like the Timberwolves just made a sub in.
I will say they look very confident out there, especially that front line consisting of Kennedy Drags. You can definitely tell they're feeding her the ball. And it's a timeout. James, how do you feel? Its current score is 17-10 in the first set. The Knights are looking good at some points, but it just seems like right now the Wolves are more confident in themselves and are just currently playing better. What do you think will happen for the rest of this game?
What I think will happen is when you catch sometimes the North Knights are getting caught off guard, and sometimes they are not. So when they are getting caught off guard, they are not blocking.
I think what we needed here was the crowd to pump up this scene. It looks like we just got it with their chants over there. You know, the crowd definitely plays a big part in home games. And as we can see, the crowd just got loud finally, and, you know, maybe that'll give the team the confidence they need to come back in this first set.
Yeah. Showing up in the all-white.
Kayla Robertson with the serve for the Timberwolves now. And it doesn't quite get over the net. That's a point for the Knights.
Seems like when the student section's loud, it catches Timberland off guard.
Alyssa Simmons here with the serve for the Knights. And it's a point for the Wolves. Looks like Kiera Williams tried to get the ball over the net with a kill, but she couldn't quite get it over. Although we're at a deficit, I don't think that this game's quite over yet. You know, it's only the first set, and I think these teams are quite pretty evenly matched if we can just figure out how to not get caught off guard with the sets.
Yeah.
Put over for Danielle, and it's in! Point for the Knights.
Making it 18-12.
Knights with another substitution here. Demiria Woodson coming in. Kennedy Jones with the serve for the Knights. And it's out of bounds. The Wolves and the Knights are coming out here with two completely different formations. Do you think it's working for the Wolves with this?
Their formation, I do think it's working. It's catching North off guard.
And the Knights with another hit out of bounds. The Wolves are now leading 20-12 in the first set. You can definitely feel like they have a comfortable lead right now, but they still need two more if they win this. Set by Jaden Slusser, hit over by Danielle. Saved by Jaden Slusser, set by Allison. It's a point for the Knights. All right, it took a second there, but the student section reacted.
It is 20-13 now.
Rebecca McGuire coming in for Jaden Slusser. Rachel Brewer coming in for Kiera Williams. Looks like we have a lot of our underclassmen playing out there who consist of all sophomores besides Quinn and Maribel, who I don't think we've seen in this game yet.
How do you think it's going to impact North with almost a lot of their sophomores out there on varsity?
I think with the rotation we have right now, it definitely means the coaches feel confident in our younger players. And with the squad depth that we have, we'll be able to stay healthy on the court and just continue to play our game because no one will get too tired. Tommy Roberts now with the serve for the Wolves. Hit over by Becca McGuire. Oh. And it was almost a save there for Alyssa Simmons, but she couldn't quite keep it in bounds. You know, when the ball's getting hit that hard, I mean, I personally don't know how you even react that quickly, but it's just very impressive how quickly they can react and continue to make plays on the ball. Serve for the Wolves doesn't quite get over the net. It's a point for the Knights. The score is now 22-14. I think we need the student section to get loud and hype up everybody who's playing. James, who do you think is looking best for the Knights right now?
I think number 2, Allison Postgrove. She is diving to get any save she can because she wants the North Knights to come up on top, it seems.
And as we say that, Kayla Robertson gets a kill for the Wolves. I mean, we can see the height difference between these two teams. These girls on the Wolves just seem like they're taller than every single person on this Knights team. And it looks like it's playing a difference here today. What do you think the Knights need to change in the second set for them to come back?
I think we just need more confidence and That will be key. Just more confidence and a louder student section.
And a kill for Alyssa Simmons. Addison Polsgrove here with the serve for the Knights. She goes with a jump serve. Hit over by the Wolves.
Oh.
And it looks like Rachel Brewer hit the net trying to save the ball. So it's a point for the Wolves. The current score is 24-15 in this first set. The Wolves just need one more point to win set one.
Do you think the North Knights have a chance of coming back and winning the first set?
Oh, I think for sure. And with that being said, it looks like the Wolves just end the first set. The score was 25-15. You know, it was a huge deficit with 10 points. But I think if the Knights come out here with a lot of confidence and just make sure, you know, it doesn't have to be fancy. You just have to work on, like, getting the ball over the net. We definitely need the stands to be more hype because, like I said earlier, playing at home, the crowd definitely gives you a big advantage if they're loud.
It does. The crowd needs to get in. We need the crowd to be able to get into Timberland's head. The Timberland Wolves' head.
Kennedy Drags looks like a star player out there for the Wolves. She's definitely the tallest on the team. And it looks like they're just feeding her the ball to get it over the net every single time. Her and Kayla Robertson are definitely like the dynamic duo for this team. You know, they're dominating. They're getting kills left and right. But I still think the Knights have a chance here.
Who is our star player for the Knights looking like today?
Who do you think we should come out with for the second set of this game?
I think a lot of our upperclassmen players and some of our sophomore players who are confident and really good.
I agree with that. I think we definitely need to keep Addison Polsgrove out there. You know, she's just making diving saves left and right. Kennedy Jones, I mean, she just seems like easily the best on the front row for this team.
She does.
And I think if we have her, Addison Polsgrove, and Rachel Brewer out there, Rachel Brewer being our starting center for this Knights team, I think we have a pretty good chance of coming back for the second set and winning it and making it 1-1.
And Addison Polsgrove is not worried about getting down on the ground.
All right, the Knights here for this second set. Looks like they're coming out with Demiria Woodson, Alyssa Simmons, Sarah Asbury, Kennedy Jones, Rebecca McGuire, and Rachel Brewer. So like we said, you know, two of those three people that we think should come out here for this second set, Kennedy Jones and Rachel Brewer, are coming out.
And it looks like the Timberwolves are keeping their star players in for the second set.
Kennedy Drags, who's easily one of the star players on this team, is staying out there. I mean, even during warm-ups, you could kind of tell just by watching who the star players were for this team. And she was definitely just, you know, she hits the ball harder than everybody. She's taller than everyone. And she just seems like she's always in the right spot at the right time.
And she has the rest of this year and next year to play for the Wolves, being a junior.
All right, second set here, starting for the Knights. And it looks like Addison Polsgrove is coming out here for this second set. So all three people who we think should be in this for the second set are now playing. With one of our younger players, Rebecca McGuire, who, like I said earlier, was on JV last year. She made the varsity team as a sophomore. She's starting, so obviously the coaches feel confident in her. Serve now, Addison Polsgrove. And it's a little bit over the back line. Point for the Wolves. Substitution now. Abby Chow coming out for Haley Reinhardt for the Wolves.
Do we think that substitution will affect them anyway?
I do. I think number 7, Abby Chow, has actually been playing pretty well. You know, her, Kennedy Drags, and Kayla Robertson look like a pretty solid front line.
But it seems like we're having a substitution of your North Knights.
All right, here, Kiara Williams coming out. Her and Kennedy Jones, two of the tallest players on this team, are both on this front line now. What do you think this means for the Knights? What are they planning to do?
It seems like they're trying to score more points and be more confident.
And just after we say that, it's a kill for the Wolves. You think with this taller front court,
they would be able to block more, you would think, with a taller front end.
But also with how fast the ball's flying around and it being only the second game of the year, you can't expect everything to be perfect yet. Set by Jaden, hit over by Sarah Hausberry. The Wolves hit the ball, and it's a block by Kennedy Jones. The Wolves keep the ball in play. Set by Addison, and hit over by Alyssa Simon, and it's a point for the Knights.
It is tied 2-2 right now.
Second set, looks like the Knights are coming out here a lot stronger than they were in the first. I think all I needed was a little timeout to talk about what's going wrong, and it looks like now they're a pretty even team.
It does. That was a nice serve by your North Knights.
Hit over by Katie Drag, but it's a block. Kiara Williams and Kennedy Jones just look like they're all over the place on that front line, blocking everything left and right. And it gets us a point for the Knights this play.
They are trying to make sure nothing gets let out over the net.
And another point for the Knights.
The Knights seem more confident in the second set than they did in the first set.
Kennedy Drags for the Wolves doesn't look as comfortable as she did in the first set. And I think it has to do with the student section. Student section is definitely being a lot louder now than they were in the first set. And I think it's definitely helping because of how we're up. Set by Jaden Slusser. And it's a point for the Wolves. Score is now 4-3. It's definitely a lot closer than it was in that first set. But, I mean, the Knights are on top. They're looking a lot better. James, what do you think is happening?
I think just our student section being louder is making the Timberland Wolves lose their confidence and is helping the Knights with their home opener tonight.
Hit over by Kennedy, and it's a point for the Knights.
The Knights are just coming out more stronger.
They don't look stressed out there. They look happy to play with each other. They look like they have a great team bond, and I think that's all it took. I think it took a little pep talk from the coach and the players just, trusting each other, and it looks like we're a lot better now.
It does.
I think the weakest point for the Knights right now is definitely their serving. We keep hitting over the back line, which is causing the Wolves to gain points, but we still currently hold the lead in the second set, 5-4.
We do.
The Wolves now with the serve. Set by Jaden. It's a block for the Knights.
Will the Timberland Wolves be able to get that over?
And a point for the Wolves. I think what might have happened there is we might have touched the net again trying to save the ball. It was a great play by the Wolves. We blocked the ball, but Avee Shoney just made a play, dove, and kept the ball in. As confident as we're looking, this Timberwolves team is not going down easily. They're definitely a very good opponent.
The Timberland Wolves are not going down with an easy fight. They are
Addison with the save. And another point for the Wolves. Jaden Slusser, one of our sophomores out there, looks like she's just in the right place at the right time now. Rachel Brewer, our starting setter, but Jaden Slusser's out there making plays and just setting the ball up perfectly. It's just, can we keep the ball in play, hitting it over the net now? Hit by Danielle. Set by Jaden again. Saved by the Wolves. And a dive for Addison, but she couldn't quite get to this one. You can't really blame her, though. I mean, she's diving for everything. She's making most plays, but you can't expect her to be perfect. She's just a high school athlete. James, who's the best player right now for the Knights, do you think?
I would say Addison Pusgrove. Because all those dives she's taking.
And it's an ace for the Wolves. Great serve for number 9, Avee Shoney.
Who do you think right now, Fifer, is the star of the Timberwolves?
I'd say Addison. She's just been another diving save. I mean, it couldn't stay in bounds, but she's just diving around out there. She definitely looks so confident that she can just make a play on any ball, and the team definitely trusts her as they're letting her play her own game.
She is playing her own game, diving to make sure she keeps the ball in bounds.
Hit by Jada Keller. Jada Keller, one of our seniors we have not seen a lot tonight. She started, but we haven't seen her come out a lot since then. Over by the Wolves. Set by Jaden Susser again. Tap over for Jada Keller, but the Wolves make a save. And what a hit by Alyssa Simon once again. She definitely looks like one of the stronger sophomores out here as well, alongside Jaden Susser. Our coaches definitely have a lot of trust in these younger players, James. Do you think we should continue playing these younger players, or do you think we should give our upperclassmen more of a shot since they've been out here longer?
I say whoever is the ones that play the best should get the playing time. So if it's the underclassmen that don't have the great playing time, that are good, then they should get the playing time, Fifer.
Rachel Broomer comes in now for Jaden Susser as she's here to serve the ball. Oh, another point for the Wolves. Score is now 10-6. Second set here, the Knights came out strong, but the Wolves just came back and they just look more confident right now. But as we said earlier, in the first game against the Bulldogs from Sports Mall South, we went to the fifth set. It was 2-2, and the Knights just finished out strong. So I think we could do it here today. Set by Rachel. Hit over by Rebecca McGuire. And Rebecca McGuire, she's just making plays. Like I said, definitely one of those star underclassmen on the JV team last year. And the coaches definitely feel confident about her, moving her up to varsity, starting this game. And it looks like Rachel and Jaden, who are both our setters, they just keep, they're about getting 50-50 play time. And I think the coaches just want to see who's willing to compete. And I think it pushes them both more if they're both playing. And a block by Alyssa Simon.
What a great block by her.
Gives the Knights a little bit of a comeback here. It's now 8-10. The Wolves are still leading, but the Knights are not backing down. James, what looks different about this second set than in the first?
I think we came out with more confidence, and we kind of knew how the Timberwolves were playing, so we knew what we had to change and what we had to do.
Hit over by the Wolves. Addison with the save, set by Rachel. And Rebecca McGuire trying to make a diving hit over the net, but couldn't quite get it. That's another point for the Wolves. The student section, which does seem pretty packed for a home opening game, it's just, I don't feel the energy yet, and I think what we need is them to get loud and give our players the confidence,
We do. We need our student section to get loud and be proud of North and help our team out.
Serve for the Wolves doesn't quite get over the net. Kennedy Jones coming back in. And the Knights look happy. Everybody out there, just has a huge smile on their face when she comes out. I think they trust her more than anybody else on the team.
And hopefully with Kennedy Jones out there, we will be able to keep blocking it.
Addison with the serve. Hits the net and goes right over. The Wolves couldn't react, and that's another point for the Knights. Scores now 10-11. The Knights are only down 1 point. They all have smiles on their face out there. I think they're having just fun playing. And I think that's what you need to do if you want to win. You just got to have fun and trust yourself. And almost a block for the Knights. But Abby Chow with the hit over the net, and it gives another point to the Wolves. It seems like we keep coming back within 2 to 3 points, and the Wolves just break away again. I think we need to break this habit if we want to come back and win this second set.
Yeah. Every time we start scoring, the Wolves start scoring. We need to keep the leverage away.
Hit over by Addison. Set by the Wolves. Saved by Addison. Set by Rachel. It's a block for the Wolves. Score is now 13-10. Like I said, we can get in it with between 2 to 3 points, but it's just like they keep breaking away after that, and we just got to break that habit. The players got to step up their game, I think. But overall, we're not looking terrible. Another point for the Wolves. Addison Simon trying to hit the ball. Couldn't quite keep it in play, though.
And this is a new coach for the Knights, isn't it, Fifer?
Say it again. Say it again. Hit by Kennedy Jones. Saved by the Wolves. Set by Rachel again. Kennedy Jones and a block by Olivia Green, who we have not seen much of out here today. Kennedy Drags was a star player in that first set for the Wolves. We have not seen much of her in this second set.
We have not.
I was confident in them keeping her out there, but it looks like they have a lot of trust in the rest of their team as well, James.
It does. It looks like the Wolves do have a lot of confidence in all their other players to take Kennedy Drags out and let some of their other players get some playing time.
And a kill for the Wolves. Kayla Robertson, who's staying out there. It's a timeout now. I think if you're the Knights, what you're talking about in the huddle, or in the, yeah, I guess the huddle right now is just, all right, guys, we got to stay confident out here. I mean, just keep the smiles on your face. Don't show them that, you know, like, don't feel beat. I think we have a lot of good playmakers on this team. We just have to figure out how to keep the ball in bounds and how to keep the ball away from Kayla Robertson, because she's the one who seems to be making most of these plays out here.
I do agree with you with all the plays that your FHN Knights are making.
Score now 16-10. 25 seconds left in this timeout.
Fifer, what do you think your Wolves were talking about in their huddle?
You know, I think they're just saying keep the pressure on. You know, just don't let the Knights get the ball over the net, basically, because they have a lot of tall players out there. You know, they're making a lot of blocks, but at the same time, when you have players like Addison Polsgrove out there for the Knights, who just keep making diving saves, you know, it feels like kind of the stalemate for the most part. It's just the rallies at the end of the day are going in the Wolves' favor.
And, like, I think your Wolves were probably talking about keep that score going.
Serve here for the Wolves. Set by Rachel. Hit over Kennedy Jones, and she couldn't quite get it over the net. It looked there like she was trying to put the ball in a spot where it seemed almost impossible to get it into. And she looks like she knows she made the mistake out there. She looked at her coach. She kind of laughed. I think she just has to stick to the basics, not try to get too fancy. Just keep us like within 3 points of the Wolves. Hit over by Addison Polsgrove.
And a
block for Kennedy Jones.
A name we heard a lot for your North Knights so far is Addison Pusgrove, who's been a big part of this second set.
Yeah, when her and Kennedy are out here, it seems like we can just keep almost any ball in play. We also have another rotation. Rachel Brimmer coming out for Jaden Slusser again. Like I said, splitting time. Hit by Jaden. Set by Addison. Hit over by Alyssa, and it's out of bounds. The Knights do not look worried at all. Most of them feel pretty confident, I think. We have two of our tallest players out there, though, in Kennedy Jones and Kiera Williams. Kiera Williams only being a sophomore.
Only being a sophomore is impressive, and with her height out there, it is helping your North Knights out very much.
Set by Jaden, blocked by the Wolves, but they couldn't quite get it back over. Kennedy Jones getting the point for the Knights. Score is now 18-12. I think we need to get a little bit more of a comeback if we want to feel confident in this third set. Even if we don't win this second set, if we stay within 3 to 4 points, I think we'll be confident enough to come back in this third set, James.
I do too. I think we just need to stay more confident and not let the Wolves get ahead of us by a lot.
And a point for the Knights. Timberland's Ribeiro couldn't quite make the diving save. I think what we need to do is just keep the rallies on in our favor. Timberland just keeps every ball coming to their side, you know, it seems like they're making a play on it, and at the end of the day, that's just what's making the difference here in this game.
It is. It seems like Timberland's losing their lack of confidence, and the North Knights are kind of gaining their confidence that they're losing out there.
Rally here. Danielle. Jaden. Saved by the Wolves. dive for Alyssa Simon. She looks like she's making a lot of plays out here too. Also only a sophomore. Like I said, this is a very young team out here. I think even if this game doesn't go in our favor, we have a lot of young players who are just going to continue to improve throughout this season. And by the end of the year, I think we should be looking pretty good.
I think with all our young players, we can improve each season. And by the end of the season, we should be a very good team.
Hit by the Wolves. Set by Slusser. Kennedy Jones hits the ball out of bounds. To me, it seems like Kennedy's trying to get too fancy with her hits, but at the same time, you know, she's good enough to where I think she can do more than a lot of the other players out there. So if you want to give her the freedom to just hit the ball wherever she feels comfortable hitting it, I'd say let her. You know, don't take away her confidence. Let her play her game, and I think eventually she'll come around.
I do agree. Don't let her lose her confidence because she knows what she's doing out there.
Saved by Addison, set by Slusser. Oh, Slusser hits the ball over the net. And there we go again. Kennedy drags for the Wolves. One of the star players we were talking about in that first set finally comes back out and it just makes the play immediately. James, how do you think she feels right now? Kennedy drags.
I think she is kind of feeling down because even though the Wolves are up, I think she is realizing that the Knights are coming back.
And a point for the Knights, scored now 20-15 in the Wolves' favor, but the Knights are coming back slowly. Kennedy Jones now with the serve for the Knights. It looks like this Wolves back line is just getting every ball, and Kiera Williams trying to make a play, but couldn't quite reach the ball. That ball was really high in the air and it just dropped instantly.
It did.
Kennedy Jones now subbed out. Do you think that's the right move by the Knights coaches?
I think it is. Let her get some time to sit.
Set by Slusser. Saved by the Wolves backline again. They're just getting to every ball. And it's a block for the Knights, but the Wolves rally. Set by Slusser again. Hit over by the Knights. Saved again. And the rally continues.
It does. This is a very...
And that's a kill for the Wolves. Number 10, Olivia Devil, who we have not seen much of either, makes a great play out there for the Wolves. Hit right in the middle where nobody was. The Knights student section continuing to be loud here. Rebecca McGuire and Rachel Broomer look like they're just having fun. You know, they definitely seem like a dynamic duo out there. Seem like good friends. Jaden Slusser subbing out for Rachel Broomer. And Rachel's now serving the ball for the Knights. Scores now 22-16.
What do you think the Knights are...
And with the second set, what we thought was coming to an end here, the Knights get another point, making it 22-17.
What do you think is going through the Knights coaches' heads right now?
I just think after the second set is over, they need to have a talk with the team, you know, just stay confident. We got to rally to the ball. You know, it seems like the Wolves are just constantly putting effort in. I'm not saying the Knights aren't, but that back line for the Wolves is just deadly.
It is, and it's 23-17 right now. The Knights need some points desperately here now.
And a timeout. What do you think the Knights are talking about in this huddle right now?
I think the Knights are talking about how they need to keep their smiles and not let the Wolves know that they are down and feeling blue. I think the Knights are talking about how they can keep their positivity going on.
One thing I see is number 10, Rachel Broomer, just smiling, having fun, joking around with everybody. I think you definitely need a player like that for the morale of the team. Keep everybody happy. You know, you can't have arguments out on the court if you want to be successful.
No, and it looks like your Wolves are keeping it serious in their huddle.
Yeah, the Wolves, not many smiles, but, you know, I think they're just like, all right, let's go out here and just finish the second set, go into the third one, and just end this game.
Like, the Wolves are seeming like they're taking this game seriously and not having any fun. because you don't see any of their players out there smiling or anything. While you see the Knights players out there smiling and having a great time.
Addison Polsgrove staying out there. She's played most of this game. How tired do you think she is?
She is probably very tired, but with all those dives she's made, but she is a key impact of this squad.
Set by Rachel, hit by Rebecca McGuire, and she can't quite get the ball over the net.
Hopefully next time she can hit it over, because it looks like she's talking with her coach on how she can improve right now.
The Wolves need only one more point in this second set to end it. The Knights only at 17 now. Wolves with the serve, hit by Addison, set by Rachel. And it's a point for the Knights. Looks like Maria Woodson hits the ball in a spot where nobody was. That was a great play.
And we're getting a substitution. Number 15 for your Knights went out for number 7, who is
Sarah Asbury. Sarah Asbury, one of the seniors. You know, you got to think these seniors are just wanting to win every game this year. You know, this is their final year. As I said, we have a young team, but I think at the same time, these seniors want to be successful right away. They want a season to remember. And a hit by Rebecca McGuire, but she couldn't quite get the ball over.
These seniors want to start this year off great and enjoy it for them, because this is their last year playing high school volleyball.
Rebecca not looking happy out there, but her best friend, Rachel Broomer, I think she's got to give her the confidence. You know, as we saw earlier, Rebecca McGuire was making a lot of great plays, but I just think she lost that confidence. I think with the help of the student section, with the help of her teammates, if she gains that confidence back, she could be a key part in this third set here.
I do agree.
The Wolves now leading 2-0. How do you think the Knights come out in this third set?
I think the Knights will hopefully come out more confident and be more energetic.
Now team manager Alex Williams coming up here for an interview after this second set. Alex, how do you feel about this game so far?
I just feel like we need to get more energy out there. We could definitely win. You know, it's not out of our reach. They're just playing harder right now. They have really good defense. It's hard to get kills when they just get everything up, you know. I'm looking over.
Who do you think these star players for the Knights are today?
I'd say, our setters are really solid. Obviously, we got Kennedy, who's really good middle. Yeah, that's about it.
What are you expecting for the team moving forward throughout this season?
I think we could do really well. We think we could win a lot of games. The team looks really good this year, you know.
With a lot of younger players, do you think that the seniors feel confident in this team, or do you think that the underclassmen are the ones who kind of have to lead this?
I think the seniors, they feel good, they look good, they feel good this season. There's a lot of underclassmen who are doing really good. I think overall, all around, it's a solid team.
What do you think the coaches are talking about in that huddle over there right now?
Just probably talking more. There's a little bit of miscommunication out there. But yeah, just talking more probably and keeping energy up.
What do you think the biggest difference for the Wolves versus the Knights is right now? Why are the Wolves so much more successful?
Well, their setter is an All-American, so it's tough to compete with that. And then their defense is just really good.
Yeah, I can see that back line for the Wolves. It just seems like they're always in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, it's like they know where they're hidden.
All right, well, thank you, Alex, for the interview.
Hey, yeah, it's a pleasure.
All right, guys, with 54 seconds left until this third set starts. The student section's sitting down. I think we need them to be confident and loud in this third set for the Knights to come back. James now back on the mic. James, what do you think the Knights need to work on?
I think they just need to, as Alex said, there has seemed like there's been a lot of lack of miscommunication. I think they just need to work on their communication and make sure they know what each other are going to do.
I agree. Rotating around the court does not seem like a strong suit for us right now. Versus the Wolves, it seems like everybody's just making the play everywhere where they need to be, and they're willing to put in that effort to make plays.
It does. Like, the Wolves are making their plays.
They look very confident out there. Number 14, Kennedy Drags, comes out for the Wolves, I think.
And she has a lot of energy right now when she's high-fiving all her teammates.
Addison Polsgrove standing on the sideline right now. She does not look very happy, but she needs this confidence for us to win this third set. Looks like now the coach is discussing with the refs. I don't know exactly what's happening. I think they're trying to decide who's playing in this third set, who's not, what the rotation will be. Addison looks like she may be coming out, but I think she needs some rest. You know, she looks exhausted. She's been playing.
I think Addison does need some rest because she's been playing almost all of these sets so far. I think she needs some rest. And
as we say that, she comes back in. Sarah Owsbury, another one of the seniors, giving her props for staying in this game. The Knights, who were smiling a lot in that second set, don't look like they're having as much fun as they were. But I think, I think they need to take a more serious approach to this third set, lock in, and just get the points that they need to continue this game.
I do. I think the Knights need to lock in, and they'll be able to get the points they need.
Serve now for the Wolves. Hit by Addison. Set by Rachel. Hit by Becca McGuire. And it's a point for the Knights. What a hit for Rebecca McGuire. Hit the ball right in the corner where nobody was. Even that Wolves back line couldn't get to that one. And she gets subs out instantly for Jaden Slusser. And Kennedy Jones comes in for Rachel Broomer. Jaden Slusser now serving the ball for the Knights. Up 1-0 in this third set.
Hopefully the Knights can keep this lead and
blocked by Kennedy Jones, but the Wolves rally. And Sarah Owsbury diving for the ball, but couldn't quite keep it in play. That's a point for the Wolves. They're tied now 1-1 in this third set. It seems like at the beginning of these sets, the game's really close, but as the set goes on, the Wolves just break away and get more and more of a lead. They don't look as tired. Their rallies look better. I just think overall the Wolves are playing better.
It does. The Wolves are. They are having some good rallies. They are coming out on top so far.
And a diving play by Tommy Roberts for the Wolves. That back line is just so dangerous, as we keep saying. But, watching the game, you can just see, they're just flying around everywhere. Serve for the Wolves now. Set by Jaden. Hit over by Kennedy Jones. And the point for the Knights. It's now tied again, 2-2 in this third set.
It is. And it looks like we're about to get a substitution for your Knights.
Danielle coming in for Sarah here. She's one of the juniors on this team, Danielle, and she's not getting as much time as some of these sophomores. I just think the coaches want these younger people to get a lot more playing time just so they can build the confidence throughout the season.
I think they are trying to see what these younger players can do out here, Fifer, and then try and see what the older players can do out there.
Even with us at the deficit right now, it looks like the front of the student section, the FHN Goonies, are having a blast out there. This year we had a really good group of Goonies want to come out for us, and I just think overall they make more people want to come to the games.
They do. And a great group of Goonies leaders we have this year.
And a kill for Kayla Robertson, who just continues to make plays for this team. Her and Kennedy Drex are definitely the star of the show on this front line for the Wolves. They're taller than most of the players on this Knights team other than Kennedy Jones, and it's just they can get over the net a lot easier.
They can, which is making it very easy for them to get it over the net.
Great serve for the Wolves, but it's saved. And Kennedy Jones hits the ball over the net, and it's another point for the Knights. Score is now 4-3 in the Wolves' favor, but the Knights are not letting go easily.
And Addison Polsgrove is subbed out.
I think it's what's needed. She needs a break out there. She's exhausted, and for her to make plays later in this game, we need her at her full capacity of strength.
We do need her at her full capacity.
And it's an ace for the Knights. Kennedy Jones with a great serve. She just makes plays all over the court. She can serve. She can be on that front line and make blocks. She can get kills. It's just seems like she's doing everything for this team. She looks great out there.
She is. She is looking great out there.
And before this game, a lot of the team was talking about how good Kennedy Jones was. They love her. Another serve for Kennedy Jones. The Wolves keep this one in play. Hit over by the Wolves. Saved by Jaden.
It seems like Kennedy Jones is
hit over by Danielle. And it's a point for the Knights. It looks like the Wolves were expecting a huge hit from Danielle. Danielle just slightly taps it over, and the team could not react. What a play by the Knights.
It seems like Kennedy Jones is one of your star players out there right now and has the confidence that the Knights need.
And Danielle out there, we didn't see a lot of her in the first set or the second set, but in this third set, she's making plays. And another point for the Knights as we say that. Now the Knights are leading 6-4. This student section looks a lot happier, a smile on their face. A few of them are dancing in the crowd. And Kennedy Jones serves again.
This student section is coming out, showing their pride.
And another good serve by Kennedy. Hit over by the Wolves. And a miscommunication by the Knights. But as I was going to say, it looks like they're communicating a lot better out there overall. Score is now 6-5 in the Knights' favor. But, I just think the Knights are looking a lot more confident. The Wolves look like they may be getting tired on that back line. They were flying around the first two sets, but you'd think that's going to take a lot of energy out of them.
It probably did. It did probably take a lot of energy out of them, so they are wearing down. So hopefully this is when your Knights can come back and tear them up.
And a point for the Knights. Danielle making a lot of plays out there for the Knights in this third set. She came out strong. I think that's what we need. I think we needed someone to just come out there, be confident, and make plays.
And we got Addison Pusgrove back out there now after she had her little break.
Rachel Brewer now with the serve for the Knights, coming in for Jaden Slusser. Hit over by Kennedy Drags for the Wolves. One of their definitely star players on that front line. It feels like we're saying they have star players just everywhere around the court. That back line, that front line, everyone is just great for that team. But, we still hold the lead in this third set here, 7-6 now.
We are holding the lead, a 1-point lead though. So hopefully the Knights can extend that lead real quick.
Hit over by the Wolves. Set by Rachel. Hit over by Danielle, and Danielle makes another play. Almost a block by the Wolves, but the ball was just hit too hard by Danielle.
And that extends the Knights lead by 1 point so far. It is 8-6.
Sarah Asbury coming in now for Danielle. Let's see if she can make some plays out here. You got to think she wants to win this game as a senior. As we said earlier, seniors want a perfect season this year. We started off with a good win against the Bulldogs. And what a serve.
What a serve. That was amazing.
Serve ball tips right over the net. And there it is, another point for the Knights, who now lead 9-6. Looks like we're having a breakaway set here.
It is. And it caught the Timberwolves off guard with that serve. They did not expect that type of a serve.
Another serve for Sarah here. Let's see if she can do it again. Wolves react this time. Kennedy Drax hits it over the net and just kills the ball. Rachel Broomer looks shocked out there, but she does not look upset. She looks like she just loves to play. That probably was terrifying flying at her, but you can't blame her. They have a really good front line, and it's just sometimes you can't make every play.
No, you can't. And it looks like your Knights are trying to figure out how they can come back, stay up with the lead.
Addison with the hit over for the Knights. Set by the Wolves. Keep the ball up, and Sarah Asbury almost makes a save with Alyssa Simon, but they couldn't quite do it. It's a point for the Wolves. Score is now 8-9. The Wolves are losing in this third set, but they're definitely keeping it close. I think the Knights look a lot better than they have in these first two sets, though.
I think this is now the Knights' chance to come back and win the set, maybe.
Set by Rachel, but it's a point for the Wolves. Looks like Demaria Woodson, one of our sophomores, tried to get a kill, but hit it a little bit too far over that back line.
It does.
Serve now for the Wolves.
By number 21.
Addison with the diving save. Rachel with the set. Saved by Sarah. Rachel with another set. Wolves rally. Get the ball with that. And it's almost a block for the Knights, but Rebecca McGuire cannot seem to catch a break or get
any. And now your Wolves take the lead. A 1-point lead. 10-9.
As we said earlier, it seems the Wolves, once they get a lead, they can just break away here. Let's see if the Knights can stay in this game. And the serve for the Wolves can't get over. It's now 10-10.
Hopefully your Knights can keep up.
Tie game now in this third set. This third set looks like the best for the Knights so far. A lot of the players are having fun out there, but they also took a more serious approach, most of them. Addison with the serve.
It
Wolves
seems
weren't
like
even ready for it, and it's a point for the Knights who take another lead.
it is
11
a.
to 10 now.
It seems like the Knights coaches talked about how they need to have more confidence and there needs to be less miscommunications because your Knights are coming out better now, it seems.
Addison Polstra with the serve for the Knights. Kennedy Jones with the block on the tip, and that's another point for the Knights who take a 12 to 10 lead. Let's see if we can break away here and possibly win this third set.
We might, because your Knights are getting very easy points because it seems like the Wolves are very tired right now.
Addison with another serve. And another, saved by the Wolves. There's a point for the Knights. The Wolves couldn't quite rally this time. It looks like the student section's very pleased with that. You know, we're breaking away a little bit here, I'd say. 13 to 10.
It is. They are giving us the energy we need.
Another serve for Addison Polsgrove, and it's out of bounds. You can't blame her. Not every serve can be perfect, but the Knights got to keep this confidence. Rachel out there, you know, hyping up the team. She's definitely the team morale that you need.
She is.
Kayla Robertson staying out there for the Wolves the entire game, it seems like, on that front row. Set by Rachel.
A key player from the Wolves, Kennedy Drags, is sitting on the bench right now.
So it's a hit by Kennedy Jones for the Knights, but she couldn't quite keep it in bounds. The Knights do not look worried, though, as they still have the lead. It's 13 to 12 in this third set. Looks like Kennedy Jones is doing a little dance move out there. Rachel Broomer having the time of her life.
It does. It seems like these Knights are having the time of their lives out here.
And a little miscommunication by the Knights there. That's okay. Tied now 13 to 13 in this third set. We cannot break away with this lead, but I think if we keep up the way we're playing, we could win this third set.
I do agree. I feel like if we are playing the way we are right now, we can win this third set.
I think the Knights need to have fun out there, but they also got to realize if they lose this set, the game's automatically over. Rachel Brewer trying to make a save out of bounds. She couldn't quite dive for it, and she hits it into the bleachers.
And I think that's what the coaches talked about, that they need to have that confidence, and they can still have fun with their confidence. And the Wolves still have Kennedy Drags on the bench.
Serve now for the Wolves. Set by Rachel. Simon tries to hit it over the net and couldn't quite get it over, but that's okay. Guys don't look like they're having miscommunications out there. It's just like the ball looks like the ball was in a really bad spot for them to get it over the net. You can't really blame them.
You can't, because it did. It was. The ball was in a bad spot for them to get it over the net.
Serve now for the Wolves. And number 1, Tommy Roberts couldn't quite get the ball over the net. She's been pretty good in this game on this back line, but it doesn't look like she can make a play there.
No, it does not. Which makes the score 15 to 14.
As we keep saying, Jaden Slusser coming in again for Rachel Broomer. These two setters definitely, they have definitely a bond with each other. And you know, you'd think with a little friendly competition, they'd be jealous of each other on this team, but they're just happy for each other to get play time. And it's a point for the Knights as the Wolves touch the net.
Which is very good, which makes this game is now tied 15 to 15.
With this first set, we could make a breakaway here and end it with a win. Jaden Slusser now with the serve.
Because your Knights might break away here and come out on top with this set.
For the Wolves. Number 6, Olivia Green. We haven't seen much of. One of the kills she had earlier, though, was quite a great hit.
It was.
It looks like she has another one here. Number 2 now for the Wolves. Aiden Marty with the serve. Dive.
And that was a dive by Alyssa Simons.
Couldn't quite make the play, but Jaden Slusher out there, looks like she's hyping her up. No, keeping her in this game. They got to keep the confidence.
It does. These players are helping each other hype up.
Jaden, hit by Kennedy Jones, but the Wolves rally. Hit by Kayla Robertson. Sarah Owsbury with the save, but it goes out of bounds into the student section for the Knights.
And it seems like your Knights right now are taking a timeout.
18 to 15 now, the score in this third set. The Wolves are leading, but the Knights are not backing down. I think they realize, you know, if this set ends in a loss, the game's over. Coach looks like she's talking about, you know, Guys, you got to stay in this game. Keep making plays. It's all you got to put in all your effort now if you want to stay in this game.
It does. It does look like you got to put in all your effort, is what Coach is saying. For your Wolves, it looks like he was just telling them, keep out there, play with your heart, and have fun.
Wolves student section giving the Wolves a lot of confidence there. Kennedy Drag staying on the bench for the Wolves. It looks like they think they could win this set without her.
And I wonder why Coach is not having Kennedy Drags out there, what he knows that we don't know.
I think they might be trying to keep her healthy for the next game. They might have a tough opponent coming up. And with the lead in this third set, they might think, okay, well, we can just end this game now. But I don't think the Knights are going to go down that easily.
I don't think your North Knights are going to go down that very easy.
Addison Polsgrove, the libero for this Knights team, it's played almost this whole game. As we say that, she makes a hit. Sarah Osbury with the miscommunication with Jaden, and it's another point.
But Addison Polsgrove is out there telling her teams that it's okay, that they just need to continue playing with their hearts.
19-15 now in this third set for the Wolves. Looks like they're making a little bit of a breakaway here, but the Knights could come back. Hit by Sarah, set by Jaden. And a diving save almost by Sarah Asbury, but couldn't quite keep it in. 20-15 now for the Knights. Set by Jaden, hit over by Kennedy Jones. Diving save by that Wolves back line. Hit over by Kayla Larson, but it's a block by Kennedy Jones. Point for the Knights. They are staying in this game.
And Need North, it is 20-16 right now.
Cutting this lead down from 6 points to 4 points here. I think the Knights just need to keep their confidence if they want to win this third set and stay in this game.
It does. I think the Knights are just realizing that what they need to do to stay in this game.
What do you think the Knights should change to win this third set, though?
I think the North Knights need to stop that lack of communication, because that is what's causing all of this for them, all this miscommunication.
You think maybe they try a different formation out there to try to get players to communicate better, get more players comfortable with each other, or maybe after this week during practice they just work on, like better ways to communicate?
I think they might put a new formation out there, hopefully, and then during practice they will hopefully work on different ways to communicate so they understand what is going on when they're playing.
Coming into this third set, we thought Kennedy Drag for the Wolves was going to be the star player. It looks like she's coming in now. But Kayla Robertson and Tommy Roberts, who are just, making plays left and right, they seem like they're the star players who can last this whole game. Kennedy Drags might have been really tired. I think that's why she might have been out a lot of this third set. But she's in now. Number 6, Olivia Green with the serve. Set by Jaden. Hit over by Kennedy Jones. And a point for the Knights. Kennedy Drags for the Wolves. Looks like she's trying to make a block there, but couldn't quite keep it in bounds.
It does, which makes the score 21-17.
Addison Polsgrove gets subbed out again. You'd think you'd keep her in for these last few points in this third set. Kennedy Jones now with the serve, who had quite good serves earlier. Saved by the Wolves. Hit over, and it's a kill for the Wolves, making it 22-17. And this is a breakaway here for the Wolves. They look really confident out there. That student section's loud. And over there on the North student section side, they just don't look as happy to be here. The team looks disappointed on the sideline.
The Wolf student section is showing more energy than your North student section right now.
Addison Polsgrove back in. Jaden Sosa with the set, but it's a miscommunication. Looks like they might have a little bit of an argument out there, but they got to stay together if they want to come back in this third set.
They do, because it is 23-17 right now.
Wolves now serving the ball. They look very confident out there. They could end this game within these next 2 serves.
What do the Knights have to improve to make sure
they need to communicate? Like we said earlier, the lack of communication could be killing them in this. But at the same time, the Wolves aren't perfect. They're making mistakes too, and if we execute on those mistakes, we could come back. Jada Keller, senior, coming in now for the Knights, who we have not seen much of. She started, but we haven't seen much of her since that first set.
And I think Coach is realizing that she has what it takes to come back and win this game.
Jada Keller with the serve. Rallied by the Wolves. Here by number 10. Saved by the Knights. Jaden Slusher with the set. Danielle with the hit. It's a point for the Knights. Looks like The Wolves couldn't quite get that block, and what a play by Danielle.
It seems like this formation of players that the Knights have out there is kind of working so far.
Serve now for Jada Keller again. Rally by the Wolves. Kennedy drags, tips it over. Jaden Slusher, the diving save, and Danielle makes another play. Danielle with another attempt to make a play, but couldn't quite keep that one in bounds. She's got to trust her back line to make those plays, and she just has to stay in her spot and play her role.
And it is 24-19 right now.
Wolves needing only one more point to end this third set and end this match completely. Number 9, Avee Shoney with the serve. Could possibly end this game. Dive, miscommunication. Jada Keller keeps it in play, and the Knights get it over the net. Wolves rally here. Kennedy drags with a hit. Jada Keller keeping it in. Another rally for the Wolves. Jaden Slusher saving it. Simon Addison hitting the ball over the net, keeping it in play. What a rally here. Hit over by the Knights. And that ends the match.
That ends the match for your North Knights.
Jaden Slusher trying to make a play, and that's the end. Teams look like there's a lot we need to work on here. You know, James, what do you think the biggest problem with this Knights team was?
Lack of miscommunication there, I think, because I think we are having a lot of miscommunication going on. So I think that's what they'll work on during practice, Fifer.
I think the student section should have been a lot louder here today. You know, give them the confidence they need. But at the same time, you gotta expect these players, after all the practice that they put in, to come out here and do a lot better this next game. You know, they start the season 1-1, which isn't terrible, a lot better than 0-2. But what do you think the Knights need to come out, like, who do you think the starter should be next game for the Knights?
I think we gotta have Addison Pusgrove out there because she is a key player who likes diving and making amazing plays for the Knights.
I agree. I think we need to see more of the seniors, Sarah Owsbury and Jada Keller. They've been out on this court for 4 years now. They look confident. I mean, these underclassmen need to get reps on the court, but at the same time, I think if we have our seniors out there, they can lead this team to greatness. James, how do you feel about the North game on? James, what do you think about this Knights game coming up on tomorrow night at St. Charles West for the football team?
I think hopefully our Knights had some good practice during football practice, and hopefully they will come out on top against St. Charles West.
Hopefully we see a lot of the student section here at the game tomorrow. From the sounds of that school, it seems like a lot of people are excited for that game. I hope you guys have a great night, and we're signing off.